One man carried nothing but a shepherd's staff, yet God used him to break the greatest empire on earth. This is the true story of Moses. For 40 years, Moses lived as a shepherd in Midian. Egypt had forgotten him, but God had not. His greatest journey was about to begin. Step by step, Moses approached Mount Horeb. He believed it was another ordinary day, but heaven had already prepared a divine encounter. Then Moses saw something impossible. A bush was burning with fire, yet it was never consumed. God was calling his servant. "Moses, Moses, do not come any closer. Take off your sandals, for the place where you stand is holy ground. I have seen the suffering of my people in Egypt. I have heard their cries. I know their pain, and I have come to rescue them. Now go. I am sending you to Pharaoh. You will lead my people out of Egypt. I will be with you."
Fear filled Moses' heart. Who am I to stand before Pharaoh? But God was not calling Moses because of his strength. He was calling him because of his own power.
Then God revealed his eternal name. I am who I am. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob would go before Moses.
Moses left the mountain transformed. The shepherd was now God's messenger. Every step carried him closer to the greatest confrontation of his life.
Egypt stood before him. The king who once sought his life still ruled the land. But Moses no longer walked alone. The Lord was with him. Moses and Aaron entered Pharaoh's court with only one message from God. The greatest confrontation in Egypt had begun. Pharaoh's heart grew hard. He refused to listen to God's command. Instead of freedom, he increased the suffering of Israel. Moses questioned what had happened, but God had not forgotten his promise. The deliverance of Israel was still coming, right on time.
The final plague came without warning. Every house that rejected God's command faced unimaginable sorrow, but every home marked by faith was spared. At last, Pharaoh's pride was broken. He called for Moses before sunrise. "Go, leave Egypt, and worship your God."
After 400 years of slavery, God's promise was finally fulfilled. Israel stepped into freedom, not by human strength, but by the mighty hand of God. But Pharaoh's heart changed once again. He could not accept losing his slaves. In his pride, he gathered Egypt's greatest army and raced after Israel. The chase has begun. God answered Moses, "Why do you cry to me? Tell the people to move forward. Lift your staff and watch what I will do." Then the impossible happened. The Lord drove a mighty wind. The waters stood like walls, and a dry path appeared before his people. By faith, the people walked where no road had ever existed. The sea stood like mighty walls on both sides, and every step reminded them.
Blinded by pride, Pharaoh pursued God's people into the very path God had opened. He believed his power could overcome the will of the Almighty.
The Lord fought for Israel. The mighty army that once inspired fear suddenly fell into confusion. No earthly power could stand against the hand of God. As dawn approached, the Lord commanded Moses to stretch out his hand once more. The sea returned to its place, and Egypt's army was overwhelmed by the mighty power of God. Fear turned into faith. Despair became praise. The Lord had saved his people. Then Moses and all Israel sang to the Lord gloriously. The God who delivered them is still faithful today. Freedom had come, but the journey was far from over. The wilderness would test their faith, teaching them to depend completely on the Lord. I will strike the rock. When hope seemed lost, God provided once again. Water flowed from the rock, reminding Israel that the Lord never abandons his people. Every morning, God filled the ground with bread from heaven. Day after day, he faithfully provided for his people. At Mount Sinai, the Lord called Moses higher. There, God would reveal his covenant and give his people his holy commandments. Mount Sinai trembled beneath the presence of the Lord. Thunder shook the earth. Fire covered the mountain. And the Lord gave Moses his holy commandments, teaching his people how to walk in righteousness, love, and obedience. While Moses remained in God's presence, the people lost patience. They made a golden calf and worshipped what human hands had created. After 40 days in God's presence, Moses descended Mount Sinai. But below, a heartbreaking scene awaited him. When Moses saw the people worshiping the golden calf, his heart broke. In righteous sorrow, he cast tablets.
Though Israel had sinned, God's mercy was greater than their failure. Moses pleaded for the people, and the Lord remained faithful to his covenant.
Although Israel had failed, God's mercy remained. The Lord called Moses back to the mountain and renewed his covenant with his people.
After speaking with the Lord, Moses returned to the people. His face shone with the glory of God's presence, a reminder that those who draw near to God are forever changed.
When the tabernacle was completed, the glory of the Lord filled it. God's presence would now dwell among his people, guiding them every step of the way. The God who delivered Israel is still faithful today. His promises never fail. The Lord goes before those who trust him. Which moment in Exodus touched your heart? Share your answer in the comments.